Agrarian skies. We're doing really quite well at the moment. I feel quite confident this time that I've kept things small enough not to be having any future problems. So what have I been doing? Well, I've shown you this. This is working well, but as you can probably hear, or maybe not if I've turned the sound right down, I've added another one of these spawner corridors. I'll just hack these away. It's a bit annoying. I should really have put the sound muffler on there. But I've also discovered that if I have the wand in my hotbar as I'm killing them, it charges it up. And I never realised that before, so now I keep one of my wands there. The other one's completely full, and this one is completely full. So now I can put it away, save losing it. And you can see that one as well. The wooden wand appears to only hold 25 of each of the aspects. So I've built this, and in tandem with this, because I was running over to the other one, which is over there, the other spawner, I decided to go ahead and build a warp book, which is here, and I've got 6 pages in there already. You can read the bloodwood machine, the blood altar bed, squiddy, which is a new thing I'm going to show you right now, the spawn room, and which is the one that's on the other side of my island, and the sugarcane. I chose this as a spot to spawn because it's quite handy for at least 3 of the places that I'm going to spend some time. But let's go and look at squiddy. It turns out, to complete the thaumcraft research properly without it costing you all your viz, you need to spawn squid because you need the ink and the paper. So I dropped a rope ladder up there. You'll see the structure up there. Down, I came down so that I was below level 50. I'm currently at 47 if you look at my F3, which I promptly turn off for you. And yeah, this is my squid spawner, and the way I built it was I built this first square of stone, built some steps, built this first square of stone, and then I filled the hole in with signs, and I just placed the signs on top of one another so that it filled the space. And then I went up here, filled that area with water, built up so that it was 3 deep, and squids do spawn in there. I'll take that. You see I've got 10, I've got a couple of stacks now. It's quite effective really, and such a simple build. I didn't fancy keep messing around with the rope ladder. I'm not the most stable person on ladders. I do tend to walk off, lose concentration and end up dying, so in this case I didn't die, which is brilliant. So let's go back up the easy way, back to my bed, have a quick sleep. So those are 2 of the things. The extra mob grinder and that. I've also built 2 of the thaumcraft tables. Now a table is a really easy recipe if we just stick our head in here, and I haven't got any on me. There we go. It's simply some slabs, and you put 2 legs on. I've only got 1 block, but you put 2 legs on, that makes a table. You need 3. Now the first table you put down, if you strike it with your wand, it turns into this, which is the which it doesn't say what it is. What is it? Arcane work table. And this is, without a wand in there, a basic crafting table. And if you put a wand in there, it will use the points that are stored up on your wand to carry out thaumcraft recipes, and so you can carry out some thaumcraft recipes in there. Now the other two tables you put side by side. I could have put them over here, it didn't need to be there, but I like to just keep them together. And that makes this. You put two side by side and then you strike it with scribing tools. And if we look up the recipe for scribing tools, it's simply a feather, an ink sac, and I used a glass bottle because I've got plenty of those at the moment, and that makes a scribing tool. You right click that onto that double bench and that turns it into your research table. And luckily enough, you are given some aspects straight away. Now I have heard that if I put crystal clusters around, one of each type and one mixed cluster, and I'll quickly show you. I won't actually do this yet, I want to do that later on really, but so I'm in the scribing bench and I go like that, and that makes an order crystal cluster. You take that, you stick it quite close to your work research table, and eventually what will happen is whichever one of these is order, so I'm assuming that's going to be ordo, will get a star, and that means it will constantly fill itself up. It won't be very fast, you're not getting a massive gain, but it's enough just to keep them topped up if you only use your research table occasionally. Now what caught me out with thaumcraft last time, and I hadn't really got it into my head how to do this, was how to carry out the research. Now you can do this by researching with the thermometer. Let's just double check that. Oh, it's in the thermonomicon. There it is. So you can make this. It's really simple. You just need two of those shards, and remember, if you haven't got the shards yet, you can just smack blocks with a hammer. And the blocks are glass, not glass, ice, sand, earth, dirt, netherrack. There is a list, and it does tell you somewhere in the thermometer, in the thermonomicon, it does tell you which blocks to strike, or it might even be in your quest book. Let's have a look. It's handy knowing that early on, because no shards, it'll be there. So if you go right, here we go. So it's obsidian, TNT, ice, grass, sandstone, slabs, and that's one on top of the other, and netherrack. And you can make these shards like that by hitting those blocks with a hammer. So if I do one of each colour shard around this area, that should just help this keep topped up. Possibly I'm at a maximum of 19, I'm not sure. Anyway, what I am going to do is make one of these scanning tools, the thermometer. So we needed some glass. I'm not sure I've got any over there, so I'll take 4 of those shards, and I've forgotten already. Oh dear. Some gold, that was it. I'll get a couple of gold out of here. You can see I'm doing really well still. Haven't started building the ME yet, although I'm itching to get started with the ME. I'll do it out of order shards. I've got them here. No, I won't. I made some extras of one type, water. I recently completed the... I know I need you. I'll take you out. I recently completed the glacial precipitator, and I've done 100 of those. I think that was it. No. No. Oh dear. There we go. I knew I couldn't be very far wrong. Yep, and I created 100 ice, so I broke a few with a hammer. Just so I had a few extra shards here for crafting. I want to try and keep them balanced, so I'm going to use 6 of each to make these, and then I'll use another 1 of each type to make the mixed one, and I'll place them all around here, and that should just help me keep my I've forgotten what they're called again already. As it'll keep all the different aspects topped up. Okay, so now I have my thermometer. No, my thermometer. So I can now go round and study things. So that is lux, I believe. Let's go and have a look on the table. Does it say on there? Lux light. So now I have 3. And when I put all my crystals there, that might even charge up. I'm not sure whether that's a basic one or not. So that was quite good. Let's try this sand. Water first. There we go. Sand. Oh no, I'm doing a pig. Oh dear. Sand, there we go. Yep. Clay. I don't think clay's going to... Nothing can be learnt from this. So, I just need to go around now, zapping everything I possibly can with this. And I felt that a good time to do that would be when I make my ME system. I'm going to want to empty all of these chests into the ME system. I'm planning on putting it here under the floor. And if I do that, I will be able then to put one of each of these things, all the things I've got in the chests, one of each, past the thermometer, and I should gain more experience and research that way. So the other thing that I've done, I'm going to quickly show you. It's nothing spectacular. I've been breeding some cows and they're noisy too. So what I've got here is simple furnace generator. I come in and I drop a block of coal in there and it seems to last for ages. And a breeder. Now to make this breeder I needed carrots, and the only way I could get carrots, because I took the sugar cane which was opposite to what I did last time, was to kill zombies. So that's why I made this second, can't see it from there, this second mob grinder and the book, so I could bounce backwards and forwards to each, killing off the zombies and waiting for a carrot. And it took ages. I practically filled all my chests, my chest there and the chest down here that I put mob drops in, practically filled them up. So however, I did get a carrot, I've bred some pigs, and I was able to make the golden carrots that I needed to make the breeder. You also need to make a golden apple. And that's another thing I've noticed. I've got a tree farm and it makes a lot of apples. So because you can juice the apples, I've been putting them over here with my juiceable items, and eventually I'll juice all these and get some more vinegar, and we should soon be on our way to getting the vinegar task done. I've also been patrolling these nets quite frequently. You can see I'm doing it now without thinking, but I've been patrolling the nets because on very occasionally you do get a fish on these nets. So I've got plenty of stingrays and some damselfish, a couple of cod. Netherfish was a reward, I believe, out of one of my reward bags. So that's the progress so far. As you can see, I've got the glowstone blocks on there. This is a level 3 altar now. Next, I believe, is that full? Nearly. Oh, let's go away from me, it's so noisy. Next, I believe I need to carry out one of the rituals. The ritual of binding, to make myself a bound blade, which should be good fun. But I want to get on with this. I want to start filling this up with different aspects, so I've got something to craft with. I'm going to get on and make the shards as well, put them dotted around here, I believe I can take that full row out and put a row across there as well. So yeah, we're making quite a bit of progress. Have I done anything else? I've been doing constant smelting. Yeah, I've changed this now. I've got lettuce growing. I did the individual bolognese, but I will need these spice leaves for the spaghetti bolognese or bolognese with meatballs. I think that was a challenge last time. I think we needed 1,000 of those, so I'm going to need 1,000 spice leaves. So I made enough. I've got over 1,000 there, and now I'm doing lettuce because lettuce is one of the big grindy challenges that we need to do later on. Other than that, nothing to report. Yeah, I really need to get juicing. Seeds and eggs and things are doing well. We're going to need these seeds and the seeds that are the fallout from the farm. Oh, ladder's got me. Which are in here also. These seeds, we're going to be using those through a squeezer when we do the bees. We'll put them through a squeezer and get seed oil. And that's an important part of the bees because you need to make alveoles, I think they're called, and you can make industrial ones of those as well. Still haven't sorted a permanent power source out. I'm going to build an ME system, simple 5 blocks here, a Mac assembler down there. I'm still not sure whether to do 4x4x4 or go for the big 5 again. The big 5 seemed to work really well, and I didn't have any problems. I'm definitely not going to do a 3x3 again, as I did on my last world. Although it was small and it was really light on resources, it just didn't process fast enough and things were queued up, and I think that contributed to the lag issues I was having. Amongst other things, I think other people have had lag issues, and it's turned out to be, if we just quickly run over here, it's turned out to be these pipes. Even if you use the induction pipes, the yellow ones, which are these dipped in glowstone, I think. Yeah, I think it's glowstone. These get stuffed with items. They call it stuffed, and if you look at them it says they're stuffed. They hold too many items. Instead of just holding, say, a stack spread out over the length, they'll have 300 or 400 stacks, and that is a lot of entities for the computer to keep up with. And if they're constantly going, like most of these machines that I've got are, then you're going to have problems. I've run out of leaves. I'm going to go and turn my leaf machine back on. Was that a zombie? No, it wasn't. It was a cow's butt. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to turn this back on to say shear leaves. Oh no, there's not much point asking a planter to shear the leaves, is there? Fill that up again. I've already got 1 barrel full of soil. I'm storing full barrels, and ones that I don't need just yet around here, these will eventually end up in the ME system anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to build some ME items. I'll do the ones that are required by the quest book. So if we have a quick look, if I knew where to look for the hoarding, digital storage, there we go. I'll get these built first. I'll get a reward bag ready to open. Other than that, I'm going to be building the Mac, which if I put ME in here, these are the casing blocks. No, these are the casing blocks. Yes, so it's containment wall, it's called. These go on the outside of everything, and then any gaps on each of the faces need to be put with heat vents. Inside needs to be crafting CPUs, and if you are going to use patterns to do your crafting, then you'll need some pattern providers. Last time I went 5 by 5 by 5 and I did 8, 16, 32 of each, and I haven't got those resources at the moment, so it's probably going to be just a 4 by 4 by 4, so I will need 4 pattern providers. I will have another quick look. 4 pattern providers, and as you can see, they aren't cheap. I'm going to need lots of basic processors and things like that. And the CPUs, there we go. Again, you know straight away that's going to involve a diamond. So, yeah, not cheap, but I have enough of the metal items, and I feel I have enough now. I've got a stack of each to actually make and craft. Oh, and the big one was Certus quartz, so I've just dropped some dusts and sand in there. I'm hoping to get a bit more Certus quartz out of this, which I am doing, obviously. Although I do think it's more the sand than anything else, or the dust that's giving me the quartz. So I'm going to leave this episode here. There is some good news. I've become a member on a magic based server, although all I've done at the moment on that server is dig a hole and run away. So I haven't done anything on there. I'm going to follow that. You already know I'm on a monster server, which I'm still waiting to upload my first episode. I've been having problems logging onto that server, and I've also been on day shift, and I'm just found out I'm going to be on day shift for the rest of the month until the 15th of next month. Obviously not permanent, but any days that I am working will be day shifts, which is awful for me, because when I'm on night shifts I tend to get more Minecraft played. When I'm on day shifts I tend to be dead in the water and don't really want to play. But tonight I do want to play. I wanted to make an episode. I wanted to let you know I've started a few more things. The squid farm is, well, it's a lifesaver really. These scribing tools and paper, you'll find out soon that if you want to complete research without it costing you anything, then you need to have scribing tools and paper in your inventory, and then if you do discover research, you get it for free. Whereas, that's as far as I can make out, if you use this and combine these items, then you lose some of each of the item. So all the work that you've done with your thermometer, and remember we have a limited number of different blocks in this game. There's a lot of them, but they are limited, and you're only allowed to research so many things at once. So that's that. I'm going to go away now and sort out in my mind what to do next. Do I just carry on with this, or start the ME? I think I'm going to start the ME. Chests everywhere like this is starting to get right on my nerves. You know, plus another thing as well, I'm laughing to myself, I'm sorry, but when this reaches a certain number of cows, it starts throwing cows all over the island, and I thought that was really funny. Yeah, I'm sorry for running back into there and probably ruining your speakers. So, ME system, power source, and then as I'm putting all the items into the ME system, we'll do some thaumcraft, and we'll research as much as we can as we do that. This is staying on hold for a little bit I want to wait until I've got, well, at the moment I have, if we press F3, 62. Oops. So I want a couple of hundred in there. I need to make next my magician's orb. I think it's a magician's orb. Let's have a quick look. You're a wizard. Oh, unclaimed reward. What have I claimed? Oh, I have built that now. Excellent. We get to open a bag. And I've got no room in my inventory, have I? Oh dear. There we go. Let's try that. So if you see, the first part of this was the tables, which I discussed how to make, and then the thermometer. I could do some scanning, and now we've got a bag. I need to put some things away, and I haven't got any room because I haven't done my ME system. And you'll see why the decision to do the ME system is probably gonna be my next choice. Throw some of these away. I need some space in my inventory because, oh, hang on, I started putting hearts in a chest somewhere, full ones that is, because apparently I'm going to need them for one of the later tasks. I've also made some precious dolls. I'm going to need blaze soon as well, so we'll be making those. Let's see what we got in our bag. I haven't opened one of these for ages, and this is slimy saplings. We'll take those. One of them, I got a golem. I don't know how to make golems. Apparently you have to give them a core, which decides what your golem's going to do, and you can successfully use golems to harvest and farm slimy saplings. Apparently haven't seen it done yet, still need to look that up. Right, I'm going. I've rambled on enough. Hope you're enjoying it. Give me a comment if you'd like to. Yeah, I'm going to get on, start making ME items, turn that reward in, and then start the long hard grind of making the Mac assembler. And at that point I have to finally come up with what power system I'm using. I'm thinking lava again. I'm sorry, I know I've done it to death, but the only other thing is a big reactor. I've not chosen that yet, and apparently you use this Yellorium dust, and you don't get it that frequently, so I'm hoping it lasts a long time if I go down that route. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I should do to improve. I don't know everything about this mod pack, and I certainly don't know everything about all the mods that are in this pack. If you know something that would be really helpful for me, then please feel free to throw that idea my way. I've already had some great ideas, even on this rerun, if you like, of ways to improve what I'm doing. Yeah, this is going really great. Again, I'm really getting into it. We're just starting to get into the real nitty gritty. I'm going to check my fishing nets again, and I'll see you next time.